Welcome to a championship edition of the BCFC Coaches Show. The Cullen Cup final is set as the Okanagan Sun host the Vancouver Island Raiders on Sunday at the storied Apple Bowl. Both teams finished 9-1 on the season, beating each other on their home field. This could be the most balanced Cullen Cup in recent memory. The Raiders scored the most points over the course of the regular season, the Sun scoring the second most. The defenses were very even as well. The Sun allowed the fewest amount of points this season, while the Raiders allowed the second fewest. Including the semifinals, the Raiders have won 8 straight, while the Sun have won 7 in a row. The game on Sunday marks the 5th straight time these two teams have met in the playoffs. The Raiders have won all 4 previous meetings on their home turf. This is the first time since 2005 the Sun have hosted the Cullen Cup as the top seed. Head coach Pete McCall has been looking forward to this matchup.
Oh yeah, absolutely. This is what it's all about. You know, that's why we work hard 4 months of the year, daily, and put all those hours in, watching film and preparing, so that you can play in games like this. This is as good as it gets.
How much extra prep and extra reps go into preparing for a championship?
Well, you know, at this time of the season, you've backed away from a lot of the individual fundamental work, and you're working more systems and scheming and preparing for your opponent. So it's we're out there for about the same amount of time. It's just we're emphasizing more on the strategies for this big weekend here.
It's the second year in a row that you have faced the Raiders in the playoffs. Compare the mental preparation of this year's team to last year's team when getting ready for the Raiders in the postseason.
Well, we're definitely in a different position this year with hosting them and having the success we've had through the season. And having beat them earlier in the season, I think that bodes well for us confidence-wise. And we know we match up well against this team, and we're excited to see our guys come out fired up and play 4 quarters.
How much in your mind has changed from week 3 and 4 to now?
Well, I guess it's just gotten a whole lot more exciting. You know, we knew that one day down the road that this was going to happen again, and it was a great way to really get the season going, playing them early on. I got everybody fired up and you know, thinking ahead to down the road and knowing what we'd be up against later on, and here we are. So it's an exciting time of year.
How much pride comes into play as the Sun have lost 4 straight playoff games to these Raiders?
Oh, there's a huge amount of pride on the line here. You know, our organization, you know, everybody's just wanting to make this happen, and you can just see it in the look in everybody's eye and the focus and the teamwork that's going on here. We're in a good place, and we're excited for this opportunity.
Well, as a head coach, what do you tell your guys in preparation for a championship?
Well, you know, it was said just 2 nights ago that, you know, our motto is just today, and because we do the same things every day, this week is a lot like every other week. You can't deny that there's a little bit extra, you know, butterflies in the belly and excitement, but that's great. It's what you do with those butterflies, and we're excited to play this game. It's a confident excitement. And, yeah, we're just looking forward to it. As
a head coach and a coaching staff, do you have butterflies in your belly?
You know, I started thinking to yesterday, I slept well, and today it started getting on my mind a little bit. I started thinking about the weekend. And so, yeah, it started definitely building up. You know, luckily I work pretty long days, 16-hour days, so it's hard for me to stay awake when it gets to evening time, but definitely thinking about it a bit more than we usually.
The 2-time defending national champion Vancouver Island Raiders find themselves in unfamiliar territory, playing a playoff game away from Caledonia Park. As a matter of fact, it's the first time since the 2008 Canadian Bowl the Raiders are the road team in the postseason. Something head coach Matt Blokker doesn't seem to mind.
We're excited about it. We're, you know, it's a new challenge. It's something different, and you know, that we, as a Raider organization, we've had the opportunity to travel out of province, and, you know, gone to Saskatoon and had a chance to also go to Burlington. So we've got a little bit of experience that way, but to travel in our own division, it's our first time, and we're really excited about it.
Because it is a different year, and you're on the road this year, do you feel this team is a little hungrier than last year?
Yeah, I mean, you know, every team, I think each team takes its own personality every year, and you try to coach to the personality and the talent that you have, and you know, this one has its own unique style, but the end goal, you know, is the same, and that's what we're excited about.
What's the week of practice like before a championship game? Is it just as intense and hard hitting as the regular season?
Well, I can't speak for any other, you know, team, but for us, we try to keep everything as you know, as mental as possible and as situational as possible. You know, you've done enough tackling and all these different things throughout the year, and when you have this 1 week to prepare, you know, you need to be mentally sharp, and if you do it right, you know, it's a great tempo of practice and everything makes sense to you, and that's what we've tried to do this week.
What's the biggest thing the Raiders have done this week in preparation for the Sun?
I think the biggest thing, you know, we're discussing is that you know, we're going to play a very talented football team, Ryan, and you know, they're good all over the board, and they can beat you in a heartbeat, you know, on both sides of the ball, and to play a good team like that, you got to prepare very, very well. to beat them, and they got good coaches, and they're going to be smart about what they're doing. So, for us, the biggest key is making sure that we practice all our different situations we could possibly be in the game. And I'm really proud of our coaching staff right now and how they're taking this challenge on.
You've been here before. Some of the players have been here before. Who's more excited to be back in the Cullen Cup, the players or the coaching staff?
It's a different type of excitement, I think. But I know one thing, our coaching staff is absolutely jacked. Like I say, it's a new challenge for us, Ryan. And the fact that we lost up in the Apple Bowl and we didn't coach very well. We got out-coached in that game. And our coaching staff takes it personal. So we're going to try to do our best this week, put our players in the best situation. And for our players, it's the first time you get a chance to compete for a championship. And at the end of the game, someone's going to be able to be called champions. And to our players, that's extremely important. It's been a fun week, and we got another one tomorrow night, and away we go Saturday.
The 2010 Cullen Cup Championship is Sunday afternoon as the top two teams in the conference will duke it out. The Cullen Cup is not the only thing on the line, as the winner will host the 2010 Intergold game, the national semi-final against the winner from the Ontario Football Conference. Enjoy the championship. Until next time, I'm Ryan Waters.